Oh, I'm just seeing if anybody wants to jump on here and talk football. Hey, we are on. We are live late because I'm sitting here watching Mississippi State. That's right. I'm live. Let's see if anybody wants to get on here and talk. If nobody comes on, I'll erase this. Mississippi State's not going to beat Texas A&M. We'll see if anybody wants to get on late. Anybody? Any takers? Let's see here. Vanderbilt got beat pretty bad. They hung in there. Of course, Texas, who we play next, lost really bad. So we'll see if anybody wants to get on here and talk. If they don't, I understand it's late. It's a surprise. That's why I say turn on your notifications. I'll just talk to whoever's watching this back. Cutter Boley gave a good interview after the game and said he was comfortable. I didn't realize he threw 25 passes to 11 different receivers. That was pretty good. Who's the kid? That Cam Miller? Is that the kid? He needs to play. I think they talked about him playing more, so he will play more, hopefully. Yes, Cam Miller. Yes, did not even know who he was. But yes, he will play, and hopefully, of course, we have a week off. Basketball starts. So I'm going to do a basketball video because there's 3 new polls that came out, and they're all over the place as far as where we're at. But I can tell you Arkansas, Tennessee, and Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee are ranked in basketball 15 to 25. So, yes. So basketball is going to, basketball starts next weekend. Everybody should be excited about that, right? But yes, I will make 3 Yahoo came out, ESPN, and 247 Sports. AP hasn't come out, of course, and obviously the coaches poll has not come out, but it will come out soon. So we're here, guys, sitting here talking to myself about basketball for a second. If you guys want to talk, come on in. I just want to jump on late. I was actually looking at some basketball news, but I was watching the late football games too. I don't know if anybody's watching. Mississippi State is not going to score very much against Texas A&M. And if there's one person in here, speak up. Hey, I can talk to myself. I see 2 people came in, looked around, and left. But yes, what are we looking at here? Mississippi State is not going to do well against Texas A&M. Texas did not do well today. Florida beat them. I guess so. Yeah, who's afraid of Texas? Arch Manning. I don't know. Can't see the field, obviously. But yes, Vanderbilt. I figured they would get beat. I figured Alabama pretty much beat them the way Georgia beat us. They just played slow. So, and they slowly, methodically beat them. Yeah. So much for Vanderbilt going to the playoffs. But Texas, yeah, they're going to have to fire their coach because that dude's getting a lot of pressure. Ohio State's just killing Minnesota. What else is new? Penn State lost. That surprised me. Penn State is sinking fast. Louisville lost in overtime. One person here. Are you a Louisville fan? Are you a Kentucky fan? I see one person. Who's your team? You don't want to talk? Okay. You can listen to me talk to myself. Hey, 2 people are in here. Hey, anybody want to speak? I'm just sitting here talking to myself about football and basketball. Yes. Louisville lost in overtime. So, yes, just waiting for Texas. Texas surprised me, guys. Arch Manning, 2 interceptions. Not that good. It looks like they're not going to playoffs, and they'll probably have to fire their coach. A lot of coaches are going to get fired at the end of the year. So we need just to hold steady and see who gets fired here because I don't know what you 2 people think that I'm looking at. I see the number 2. Anybody want to talk about football or basketball? I'll talk either. Yeah, our quarterback gave a good interview after the game. I liked his interview. I liked he was upbeat. So, yeah, Cutter Boley. So we have a week off to think about it before we play Texas. And I don't know who Texas plays Oklahoma next week. Well, they could lose again. So Texas could be on the ropes big time. What else is going on? Hey, what's up, Jackson? Yeah, did you see Cutter's interview after the game? His interview after the game was very good, Jackson. Yes. Yeah, we're not going to fire Mark Stoops. If you listen, KSR, once again, KSR did a good job. Matt Jones did a good job. Yes, no, we're going to have to buy him out at the end of the year if we buy him out then. And yeah, so we're going to wait to see who all gets fired because Texas's coach, Texas looked like, did you see Texas today, Jackson? Not very good. Florida was ranked dead last in the SEC in offense, and they whipped their ass. Yeah. Vanderbilt, how about them? They only scored 14 points. Well, I guess they got to fire their offensive coordinator because they got beat just as bad as we did. So yeah, Vanderbilt. I knew they were, a Cinderella there. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you felt about that. But yeah, Cutter Bowley said he was happy with the script and the way the game was called. And Harley Gilmore, I don't know if you're watching me live, Jackson, at the end of the first half, Harley Gilmore cost them 20 seconds because he was telling Kendrick Law to line up wrong, and I knew it. And I was sitting there screaming at Harley Gilmore to shut the hell up and run the play. So yeah, Harley Gilmore killed us on that play, cost us 20 seconds. But I don't know if we'd have scored. Georgia called timeout with 9 seconds left after we called a timeout. So I don't know. I don't think it mattered. That catch thing is what got me. And I went back and looked. They ran into our kicker. Okay, I went back and watched it. They ran into our kicker big time, and the referee is looking right at him. I don't know why. Yeah. The refs didn't help us, and Jagger Burton did not snap the ball so they could replay the one, and that's what really pissed me off about Jagger Burton. 2-minute drive should hit the 20. Oh, dude, you know what? That field goal was on the 15-yard line. So I went back. I watched Uncle Lou. I wanted to see what he had to say about the game. I don't know if you know who Uncle Lou is. Best podcast. He's a Georgia fan, but he's been doing this longer than anybody. And it was lined up in the middle of the field. It was shorter than an extra point. And then Uncle Lou was like, how the hell can you miss that? I mean, there's no pressure on you. It's closer than an extra point. All you got to do is, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know why the hell he pulled it, left. That was, oh, man, that was disheartening, the catch that got caught, Jagger Burton should have snapped the ball, and I'm glad that Cutter Bowley chewed his ass out for not snapping the ball. They would not have been able to review that if he had been listening to what Jagger Burton was saying. What Cutter Bowley was saying. So, yeah, that made me mad. But, yeah, man, hey, listen. You're young, Jackson. This is the way Kentucky football is going to be now. We're going to be a basketball school. We have a commit that's coming in, a 5-star basketball commit is coming to Midnight Madness. He's going to cost at least probably $750,000, if not more. This Caleb Holt for next year. He's the 4th best player in the class and 2nd best shooting guard. And he signed with Nike, so that probably means he's going to sign with us. So we're going to have to give him about, I don't know, $750,000, $1 million. So yeah, dude, as long as we look, this is the way it's going to be, man. There ain't going to be any more 10 win seasons because we're not going to spend the money on football. So I get it. I don't like it, but I don't know what you think, Jackson. You're young. What's up, Christopher? I came back 38 million about. Yeah, no, they're not going to. Yeah. They're going to have to pay him eventually. And if I was him, it's their fault. I'd make him pay me. I wouldn't leave. Would you leave? Hell no, I'm not leaving. First of all, guys, Texas lost. Did everybody see Texas play like shit? They are awful. Arch Manning he threw 2 picks. He cannot see the field. I mean, it really amazed me that kid he has tunnel vision. Hell, I'd take Cutter Bowley over him. Cutter, what did he have? 25 passes, and he completed 11 different people caught passes today. So I was happy with Cutter Bowley. I think talent is there. Now, the talent's not there, dude, as far as our backups. When we have to bring a guy in, the problem that we have is Georgia. Their next 11 guys on defense are just as good as the first 11 guys. Ours are not. And that's the problem, that we have depth. We didn't tackle well today. The linebackers didn't play well. But no, I mean, we do on offense. I think, our offensive line, our offensive line is pretty deep. But on defense, dude, we, not having DJ Waller, you're seeing it. It's starting to hurt us a little bit. FSU's getting humiliated. I saw that, dude. What y'all think about Vanderbilt, huh? Vanderbilt got the shit kicked out of them, 30-4. They only scored 14 points. I guess they got about to fire their offensive coordinator because they only scored 14 points. Mississippi State's only got 3 points in the fourth quarter against Texas. I guess they're going to have to fire their offensive coordinator, right? Everybody keeps blaming it on the offensive coordinator. Just amazes me. Cutter Bowley said he was so comfortable and he loved the script. And once again, if we'd had a little help from the referees. But yeah, there's a lot of coaches going to get fired, guys. Let's just wait to see who gets fired. And if we decide to buy him out, then we need to pick a coach. I would not pick John Summerall. If it's me, if you want to come here, look, who's going to want to come here? If you just got in here, Christopher, Saturday at Midnight Madness, this 5-star guard, Caleb Holt, he's the 4th best player in next year's class, is going to visit. He's probably a $750,000 guy or $1 million guy. He's already signed with Nike, so we're probably going to sign him. So we're spending our money on basketball players, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We don't have enough money to do 85 scholarships. Therein lies the problem. In a nutshell, is just, we'd have to go all in on football if we wanted to. Now, Matt Jones said we could be good. We should be good. We shouldn't strive to go to the playoffs. Well, what's good mean? Good. Okay, so we win 6, 7 games. Is that what we want? That's, so I don't know what you guys want. But, FSU is Louisville lost. Everybody see Louisville lost. And, man, Penn State just got the shit. But Alabama, I knew Alabama was going to take Vanderbilt, Christopher. Or if you're still here, Jackson. Yeah, I knew they would. I knew they was going to get ready to put an ass whipping on them. And they just methodically did what Georgia did. They just took their time, and they played slow, just like Vanderbilt plays. And they just, marched down the field and did pretty much whatever they wanted. But yeah, I knew we were not going to win that game, but I was hoping to be a little bit closer. I did win money because I bet it when it was 21.5 on Monday morning. And so I did win money off the game. We did cover the 21.5, but I hope we, make it a little bit closer than that. But what do you think, Christopher? Underestimates the Kentucky football fan base. You know what? Christopher, I don't know, man. Look, I've been all my life, this has been the deal. You either have to pick basketball or football at this point. NIL money is so expensive. Basketball players are getting to be $1 million a piece. I mean, can you imagine, $750,000 for a basketball player, and you want to have 10 good guys instead of 5? Man, you're talking about a lot of money. 85 scholarships in football and 13 in basketball. If you try, the Big East doesn't have football, so they're going to spend all their money on basketball. If we want to keep up with them, we have to choose basketball, and that's unfortunately, guys. I heard a lot of 20-something-year-olds. I don't know how old are you, Christopher? You're in your 20s, right? 30. I think that's what you told me. A lot of people call up in their 20s that don't understand what's going on. I've been dealing with this all my life. This is nothing new. Okay, we're a basketball school. We're gonna spend it on basketball. I get it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It doesn't matter who the coach is now. You can bring in somebody if you can run whatever system. You can run a spread offense, and we might win some games. But eventually it's going to catch up to you. So, how old are you, Christopher? 40. Oh, man. Oh, my bad. Okay, so you've been around. Okay, my bad. I thought you were another person. Oh, so you've been around. Okay, dude. So when we were bad in football. You were Rich Brooks. Okay, you probably knew Hal Mummy. Yeah, so you're 40. That's 20. So, yeah, you probably got in on the early 2000s then. I don't know. Who was the first coach you remember? Who's the first football coach you remember? Would that be Rich Brooks probably for you? If you're 40, nah, that could be Hal Mummy. If you were little, you might have remembered Hal Mummy and Guy Morris. And we tried to run the air raid, and that didn't work. So I don't know who you remember. But, yeah, dude, basketball is what we're going to do. That's what we're good at. But no, this kid coming in on Saturday for us, 5-star guard Caleb Holt is coming in for Big Blue Madness. He's going to demand a hefty sum of money because he is the number 4 player in the class for next year. So he's going to want $1 million, $750,000. We probably going to pay him. I mean, people don't get it, man. Christopher, people that are in their 20s don't understand what's going on because they've only known Mark Stoops. They haven't known anything. That's, their frame of reference, their point of reference, not frame, their point of reference is different than ours. We lived through this shit. Yeah, we know what's going on. we know that, we're going to, choose basketball. And yeah, Vanderbilt's going to have to make a choice when Pavia leaves. You see Alabama just whip their ass. Curry, oh my God, Bill Curry. Oh, dude, you're under the worst. Yeah, that dude was awful. Bill Curry, man, that guy. Oh, geez, we were bad. Oh man, that was when we couldn't beat Indiana. We couldn't beat anybody. We got beat by Kent State, dude. Oh yeah, that was bad times. Bill Curry. Yes, we paid a lot. He was at Alabama. He won 10 games, and they fired him at Alabama because he couldn't beat Auburn. So yeah, he was actually a good coach at Alabama, and we thought, well, damn, we'll get a good coach. Well, see, you bring a good coach here, doesn't matter because we were not going to spend the money on football that Alabama did, and we won't spend the money. That's why Alabama's ranked. I was looking at the preseason rankings. Some of them are coming out in basketball. Arkansas 17, Alabama 19, Tennessee 20. Yeah, see, they're dropping because they're going to spend money on basketball. Excuse me, on football, not basketball. I think the only two schools right now that are really starting to commit money to Florida is still up there right now. So Florida is still, but Florida's been told. I know they told Todd Golden, pretty much I know a couple of Florida alums that, hey, we're going to spend money on football. I was at the high scoring Indiana game. Oh man, dude, I was at that game. That was at Bloomington, 44-35. I have it on tape. I was at that game too. Man, how old were you? Damn, that was 99. I was 33. Damn. Yeah, I was at that game. We only went 6-6 that year. We lost in a bowl. Yeah, we went 6-6. Louisville blew us off the field that year. Yeah, people. I'm going to get into the air raid. I'm putting out a video. 50-yard line. Wow. Yeah, I was there. I was at that game. But yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. Hey, we got 11 people. Come on in, guys. We're just talking about football or basketball. We're sitting here talking about tonight's games. Vanderbilt got their ass kicked. They only scored 14 points. They got to fire their offensive coordinator. Mississippi State's only got 3 points in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to fire their offensive coordinator. Florida beat Texas. Man, Arch Manning looks bad. Guys, I don't know if I watched that game. Man, he cannot see the field at all. Florida was the worst statistically ranked offense in SEC. We were ahead of them, but they put it on them. So, Louisville lost. So, wow. So, yeah, a lot of people losing. Mississippi State's getting, yes. Ohio State's beating the crap out of somebody. Miami is beating the crap out of Florida State. A lot of scores, man. A lot of people getting their ass kicked. So there's going to be a lot of coaches fired. So if we buy out Mark Stoops, we'll make a deal and buy him out. But they're going to give him his money because I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't leave without my money. And they'll have to pay him his money, and then we'll see who's available. And, who would you come here if you were a coach? Christopher, if you were a good coach, would you come here knowing that we're going to spend we're going to spend money on basketball instead of football, or just as much or close? I mean, I wouldn't, but post game KSR. Yeah, no, I didn't see with Luckett. Now I don't watch those dudes, man. What the hell do you say? Those guys don't know shit. Damn, yeah. I mean, those guys don't know shit about football. No, I listened to Matt Jones, the call-in show, and of course, he said what we're sitting here saying is, you can't buy it. You have to give him his money if you buy. He's not leaving before the end of the year, and we should see. Let's see what happens. I'm be interested to see what happens these last 7 games. We got 7 more games. Texas, look, guys, Texas is not that good. I think Boley was, he came a long way today. I'm glad they left him in there. At first, I thought, well, maybe they should take him out, but they left him in there, and he completed 25 passes to 11 different people. But everybody said on the call-in show, play that kid, that Cam Miller, or is that the kid, the wide receiver freshman? Play that kid. He made like 2 or 3 catches. What the hell? Why would you play? Play whoever's going to catch the ball. No, what was said, Christopher? Tell me what knowledge did Adam Luckett and Nick Roush give us? What'd they tell us, huh? Like they know shit. I was listening to them in the post-game press conference with Stoops, asked dumbest damn questions. What did they say, man? What did they say? We suck. We need to fire him. Yeah, we know, dude. Yeah. What else do you got for us, Luckett? I'll listen to Matt Jones, but that's the only person I would even, given our Tyler Thompson, I might listen to her. There's a few people in KSR I will listen to, but not many. because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But no, what'd they say, Christopher? Oh, what else is going on tonight? Oh man, I was just looking at some scores. Man, no, I did not hear what he said. Whatever. Okay, well, whatever. If you remember what he said, you can tell me. I'm still here. Texas A&M 21-3. Mississippi State cannot score. So Miami beating Florida State 28-3. A lot of people's getting blown out, guys. I mean, you think we got blown out? Damn, there's some people getting their ass beat. Damn, Cincinnati beat Iowa State bad. They put a really bad article alleging he's secretly asking for a buyout. No. Well, here's what happened. No, here's what happened. Okay, I got that one. Now here's what happened. That's not what happened. He walked in. He walked in after the Tennessee game and said, "Hey, if you want to fire me, give me my money now." And they said, "No, we don't. We're not going to give you. We're not firing you now." So that he went into Mitch Barnhart's office and they talked. And he goes, "Hey, man, if you want to fire me, give me my money and I'll leave." So I don't think I think that reporter, whatever the hell the guy, old dude's name is, now that I can't think of his name. Yeah, that was just a simple conversation. Got super pissed when asked about it. Well, he's getting tired of talking. He's getting tired of talking about it, dude. They talked. I mean, that's old news from last year. Why are you even bringing that up? Why are you bringing that up, dumbass? I mean, shut up. The guy we all know what the deal is. We're not firing him in the middle of the season. We're gonna buy him out at the end of the year if he goes. Okay. He ain't making a deal. I wouldn't make a deal. Would you make a deal to give up $30 million? I wouldn't. You signed a contract saying you'll pay me my money. You're gonna pay me my money. I mean, nobody in this room would give up $30 million. I mean, shit, I wouldn't. I mean, so yeah, they're gonna buy him out. But it'd be funny if we win some games. It'd be funny if we win a couple games here and then get to, let's see what happens. Like I said, nobody left impresses. There's nobody that I'm scared of left on our schedule. Nobody. Texas, sure as the hell isn't scared of Texas. Florida, Auburn, Tennessee would be the only team I'd be scared of that we can't stay with. That'd be the only team that I would be afraid of. Look, Georgia just played well, guys. I went back and watched. I didn't realize that dude that made that one-handed catch for them, man, that was a nice catch. So yeah, they played well. How many wins do you think you get? You think how many wins do you think we get, Don K. Fish? I don't know, Don. I don't know. I really don't know how many wins we're going to get. I said 6 at the beginning of the year. I'll stick with 6. Vanderbilt did not impress me. I knew Vanderbilt was a glass slipper. I knew they hadn't played anybody. Now they only scored 14 points, so they're going to have to fire their offensive coordinator, right? If you don't score 20 points, that's what the KSR boys. Hey, you got to fire them, right? Mississippi State's only got 3 points tonight. In the fourth quarter, they're going to have to fire their offensive coordinator. I'm sorry, Texas lost. Look, they're not going to playoffs. They're going to have to fire their coach. So a lot of coaches going to be fired, guys. I just want our media to hold all the other coaches to the same standard they hold our coach to, and I'll be fine with that. If 7-6 is a bad year, then 7-6 is a bad year. Make everybody at 7-6 say they suck, because Vanderbilt was only 7-6 last year, and Vanderbilt Vegas line on Vegas this year was 4.5 wins, the same as us, over under. So I don't know. Can Wynn start tackling? Yeah, we need to tackle the linebackers. Like I was telling Jackson, if he's still in here, we need some backups. But when we get to our backups on defense, we need Waller back in there. And look, tackling those guys. Did anybody think Gunnar Stockton was going to run for 2 touchdowns? They did a good job of just methodically working the ball, and they ran Gunnar Stockton, who had not had a running touchdown all year. So they just sort of fooled us there. And then, yeah, so we got to tackle better. Clemson's trying to get rid of Dad. We don't need that guy here. That's for damn sure. That guy's an idiot. But they won today, right? They beat the crap out of – who'd they beat the crap out of? Somebody today. I mean, bad. Who did they beat today? They beat somebody really bad. I heard Uncle Lou talking about it. But Notre Dame didn't blow out Boise State, so Notre Dame's not that good. But yeah. But Penn State getting whacked. Oklahoma played Kent State. That didn't count. Yeah, so Miami is blowing out Florida State. So yeah. North Carolina. Oh yeah. Oh dude, North Carolina. Good God Almighty. Damn, that's what happens when you bring a pro coach in. Yeah, we ain't bringing anybody from the NFL here. Okay, it'll be a stepping stone if we do. And look, guys, I don't care what coach we bring in here. If we're going to spend money on basketball, as much money as we do, we're not going to be able. We're not going to be able to fund football. So you're seeing what it is for those people under the age of, I'll say 25, who have never known anybody but Mark Stoops. You don't know how this has worked over the years. This has been Kentucky football most of my life, and I'll be 60 next year, and this is the way it's been. Basketball is a priority. Football's just trying to get you there. And yeah, if we have a couple good years and we run the air raid and we throw it around and we get beat 63-35 or whatever, then. But no, it's this is the way it's going to be. Uh, like I said, this kid coming on Midnight Madness, this highly ranked point guard who's the number 4 kid in next year's class, Mr. Caleb Holt, will probably get $750,000 to $1 million, $750,000 to $1 million, and we're probably going to sign him. So they didn't see Bill Curry. No, they didn't see. We were talking about that. Christopher was talking about Bill Curry. Yeah, no, you didn't see Bill Curry, Jerry Claiborne. Well, Hal Mummy didn't. Hal Mummy only had one winning year. I mean, well, 6-6. He had 2, 7-5, 6-6. People think the air raid was this big thing. It wasn't, dude. We never won a bowl. We didn't win any. We were 0-2 in bowls. Tim Couch only got us 7 wins, and Dusty Bonner got us 6. Jared Lorenzen only won 2. 2 years in a row, we went 2-9. Yeah, we had to scrap the air raid. People don't know that, or they don't remember that. So yeah. I don't know what you do. We'll see what happens, guys. But I'd wait till the end of the year. We're not gonna. Nobody's getting fired before the end of the year. So yeah, Bully's gotten a lot better. He threw 25 passes to. I'm glad that Bush Hamden opened it up and let him. He hit 11 different receivers. Now, guys, the stat about the wide receiver not catching a touchdown. If you listen to me during the live, that's misleading because we line our tight up end. We line up our tight end as a receiver. So actually, we have caught a receiver has caught a touchdown, but it was the tight end lined up in the slot. All 3 tight ends caught passes today. Even our Boyer caught a pass. So yeah, we throw the tight end. Yes, body language. Yes. We have to make a change. Oh yeah, if they go 3 and 9, absolutely. Yeah, but to make a change, Don K. Fish, they got to pay the man his money. So you signed a contract, Mitch Barnhart, and when you signed it, it was the same thing as Calipari. We thought, well, we'll have these people locked up and we're going to be good for the next decade. No, it didn't turn out that way. So yeah, you still got to pay him the money, and that's a lot of money. Is it 38 million? Yeah, that's a lot of money. I wouldn't leave. I'll leave if you pay me my money, but Cincinnati, yeah, well, we need to keep him. So far, he wants to come play baseball. He's as interested in baseball as he is football, from what I understand. So should figure things out. But yeah, it's going to have to go the end of the year, guys. You know how many coaches are going to get fired? Billy Napier still might get fired. Texas's coach might get fired. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people get fired, okay? Because this NIL stuff makes you have a short leash. And we can bring, like I said, I cannot believe we're talking about John Summerall guy once again. He's a Kentucky boy. He's never beaten an SEC team. I don't think he's ever beaten a ranked team. Just because he's winning at Tulane. I mean, Ole Miss blew his ass off the field. Why would you bring him in here? To do what? I'm trying to figure out what. I don't get the John Summerall thing. Yeah, Will Stein. I'm with you, Brian Hartline. Yeah, Will Stein. Look, just get somebody that doesn't mind getting fired in about 3 or 4 years and just wants to, make a couple $1 million. Yeah, I agree with you. I'd get a defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator, but I don't know if they'll come here because you know why, Don K. Fish, they told me, yeah, because I think the other schools will snatch them up. I don't know how much the basketball thing hurts the football side of things. You know what I'm saying? If you're a coach and you come here, it's like Bear Bryant. It's like, look, basketball, they just need to tell the guy and be honest with the guy, which basketball is going to be first, dude. You're just going to be a second fiddle to basketball. Just be honest about it And I don't mind that as long as you're upfront with the fans about it. What I don't like is Mitch Barnhart will not show the numbers and just come out and tell the truth about it. We've already all got it figured out. Who didn't know that? I knew he was going to get fired at the beginning of the year. I knew they set his ass up to fail. It was pretty easy to see. I was hoping it wouldn't happen that way, but Stein is from Louisville. Okay, well, if he has to do with Jeff Brom, then he's probably pretty good. Yes. Well, good. I don't care. Look, we'll worry about that at the end of the year, and maybe they don't want to come here. Maybe they don't want to come here. Hartline's brother's Mike Hartline. Well, there you go. Mike Hartline's on the staff, by the way. I forgot what position he's in. I don't know. He's not in the offense or defensive position, but he's on our staff. Resources or something. Pardon me, I'm getting choked here. I'm coughing, you guys. All right, guys. Anybody want to talk about anything? Basketball is going to be good. We got a 5-star player coming. Caleb Holt will be here Saturday night. He's already signed with Nike, which means we're probably going to sign him. He is the, number 4 ranked player in the nation for next year's class. Man, went down the wrong way. Pardon me. So, yeah, we're going to sign him. He's probably going to be about a $750,000 player or $1 million player. So, but yeah, I'm ready for basketball too. So, might as well enjoy basketball now. We'll see what happens. I don't know why Purdue. I'm gonna make a basketball video. A couple of polls have come out, preseason polls, not AP, but like 247 Sports, ESPN, Yahoo. So yeah, we're 10th. Man, I got the hiccups. We're 10th in 2 of these polls and 6th in another one. So we're barely in the top 10 right now in basketball. For the money we spent, we better do better than that. So what do you think, Don K. Fish? Do you like basketball at all, Fish, or are you strictly a football guy? Did I lose you, Christopher? All right, let's check some scores. Mississippi State scored 9 points. So, yeah. Wow. Mississippi State will fall to Texas A&M. Florida, of course, you guys saw the Vanderbilt game. I like both of them. I do too. Hey, what's up, Dave? I do. Yeah, it's a lot easier to be a basketball fan because it only takes about 5 or 10 good players instead of 85. So, yeah. But no, I don't know if you guys listened to KSR after the game. I listened to Matt Jones's call-in show. It was very good. It was a very good call-in show. What did everybody think about Vanderbilt? That glass slipper came off, didn't it? Yeah, they only got 14 points. So, they got beat about like we did. So, Texas, man, what happened to Texas, guys? When we're winning, I like when football is winning both. Yes, but the thing about football is how good do you want to be? I put a poll up. And I said on the poll, if you guys saw that, do you want to compete for a national championship and playoffs in football, or do you just want to be good? 75% of the people said they wanted to compete for playoffs and a national championship. Well, if that's the case, then we'd have to stop spending money on basketball. So you're going to have to pick one at this point. What's good in football? 6 wins, 7 wins? I mean, people are going to get tired of that. Vandy's going to finish 5 and 7. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can get Vandy. I'm not worried about them. Pavia, you stop him, you stop Vandy. So they just moved the pocket from side to side, and they just knew it. And you know what? Alabama really kind of played like Georgia did on us. They just took their time, and they just methodically went down the field and scored on them. So that's what you got to do with them. So, look, other than Tennessee, there's no game that I'm really scared about. If Cutter Boley plays well and keeps improving, who knows? At least Seth McGowan is not hurt bad. That's the one good thing. I was worried about Seth McGowan. You want to average 8 wins. Well, you probably average 6 to 8 wins. That could be done. But you know what, guys? We went to 9 conference games. Think about this, guys. We've never played 9 conference games, and we played Louisville. We play 10 hard games. We only got 2 guaranteed wins. So it's going to be hard for us to get 8 wins now. Okay. Because we went to that 9th game. There's 16 teams in SEC. 8 of them are going to lose an extra game. It's probably going to not, that one extra game is going to knock people out of the playoffs because you can't lose more than 2 games, 1 or 2 games. If you lose 3 games, you're not in the playoffs. Because people like Indiana are going to play an easy ass schedule and they're going to win 9 or 10 games and they're going to get you. So can finish strong if they stick together. Well, I like the locker room. They asked Brad White about that, and he said the players aren't worried about them. They're not listening to the media. They're just practicing, and they want to work hard. He said the starters, he wanted to take them out, but they were begging him to stay in the game. So, well, we're not going to pony up, brother. We're going to pony up on Saturday night for this basketball player, this Mr. Caleb Holt. Is probably $1 million player, and we're going to buy him because he already signed a deal with Nike. So he's not going to Louisville because Louisville's not a Nike school. So we're getting ready to spend a lot of money on a basketball player on Saturday. So what's up, man? Hey, Steroid, I haven't seen you, or Asteroid. I haven't seen you guys go back. This is Bill Curry. Yep. Yeah, he's not. There's not going to be a midseason coaching change, brother. That ain't going to happen. They have to buy him out. And plus, there's too many good coaches that are going to get fired. Just let's wait to see who we're going to get. Who you think we should get, Asteroid? But yeah, no. Oh, I know Bill Curry. I lived through the Bill Curry years. He was awful running the damn option with Pookie Jones and yeah. I'd take Mo Williams. That's who I'd take from Bill Curry's team. But yeah, running the option every year he was getting his ass kicked. So yeah, no, that won't work. And we didn't fire him. We fired him, but he played out the last year, and then we got rid of him. But yeah, that was a bad experiment right there. Bill Curry. That was a bad experiment. And it was a long experiment. I think that was like 7 or 8 years that we stuck with him. Get Stokes too. Oh, and basketball, Christopher? Well, we're going to pay for basketball players. I can tell you that. So, like I said, I just wanted to be honest about it. Just come on and say, listen, guys, we're gonna be good at football. We're gonna try to be, get 6 or 7 wins every year, but we're not gonna spend money on football. We're gonna spend money on basketball. I mean, they're already saying it. Bobby, would you take Bobby Petrino? I don't know, man. He's at Arkansas. I mean, it depends on. I wouldn't pay very much for him, if it's Bobby Petrino. Bobby Petrino's a weird dude. He's a good football coach, but he's a weird ass dude. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd take Bobby Petrino. Plus, he's already at Arkansas. We're not going to get him. But who should be our next coach? What do you guys think? I don't know. Maybe we should take somebody out of Division II. Maybe do like Indiana. Go get James, a coach at like James Madison. Don't pay him very much money, and maybe we can win a couple games here and there. Let's get him. Ed Oregon. Well, Oregon. I don't know, man. There's another dude that, that's a weird dude, man. I mean, he's a fun guy. He's a guy that's drinking beer with the students and got caught. And they said, hey, dude, you can't be drinking beer with the students. And he's like, oh, my bad. They didn't do anything to him. I mean, he's a fun guy. What's up, man? Gadget. Neil Brown. When Stoops came. Yep. Neil Brown was just, the air raid will not work. Yeah, I'm putting a video out on Monday. I was going to put it out tomorrow. Why the air raid didn't work and why it won't work. I mean, you can't run the ball out of shotgun, guys, and you can't, So yeah, coach football. I don't care. He can coach football. Oh, at Oregon. Well, I'll take him. Don K. Fish. Yes, I would take him. Leach did it at Tech too. Well, Leach is dead, and there's nobody that can do the air raid like Leach. So that's the end of the air raid. You saw what Toledo, they ran the air raid on us. How'd that work? Yeah, we only ran for 80. We only passed for 85 yards, and they only ran for 85 yards. They threw for 220. We ran for 220. We beat them because you have to be able to run the ball. You can't spread out in 4 wide guys. It ain't going to work. Plus, you're giving the ball back to the Tennessee. Even if you score in 2 or 3 plays, you're continuously giving the ball back. But I got a video coming back where I'll show you the numbers on that. We should hire Shannon Dawson. I don't know, man. I mean, he was here once. Man, he was awful when he was here. I don't know why he wasn't good the year he was here, but he was not. But Joker was a joke. Yep. Yes. Shannon Dawson might come back. Joker Phillips. No, Donkey Fisher. Don't tell me that. Well, I'm sorry, Christopher. I didn't read everything you were saying. Mike Gundy. Well, yeah, Mike Gundy. The air raid work. Are you asking me, Inspector Gadget, why it will not work? Because you can't run the ball and you are continually giving the ball back. Go back and look at the scores. I'm gonna put out a video for you, Gadget, on Monday. I did it before the Georgia game, and I go over the numbers and I show you. It's in. You get beat instead of losing to Ole Miss 30-23. You lose to Ole Miss 56-35. It just depends on how much you want to get your ass beat. Do you want it to be, a high scoring game and it's get 35 points? But Tennessee killed us, and Tennessee scored 50 something on us every year that we played the air raid on them. We never beat Florida. We never beat Georgia. We never beat Tennessee running the air raid. We beat Alabama. But yeah, the air raid's just an offense that's outdated. The run and shoot, Toledo, who else? I don't even know who else runs the air raid other than Toledo. Funny, I wasn't serious. Oh, Joker. Oh, I knew you were. Oh, on Shannon Dawson or Joker Phillips. I know what you meant. Yeah, I don't even know where Joker is. Joker Phillips. Neil Brown's an assistant at Texas right now, by the way. He's an offensive assistant. He isn't even a coordinator. So Christopher Stoops needs to do is get 6-7 wins. Yeah. He won't be fine. That won't be good enough for some people. Some people, like I said, I knew before the year started, they were out to get his ass and they were setting it up to fail. And I wouldn't leave until he gave me my money. Lincoln Riley runs the air raid at USC. Yeah. Lincoln Riley, he does okay. I mean, he's not going to come here, but no, the air raid won't work in the SEC, brother. You got to run the ball. That's why we brought Rich Brooks in here whenever we were running the air raid. If you remember, who was it that coached after Hal Mummy? Guy Morris went to Baylor. We stopped running it. Well, I think he did 2 years, and we kind of ran it the first year. We had 2 years where we were 2-9 running the air raid. Jared Lorenzen never went to a bowl. Because we're on probation. The last year we could have went to a bowl. We were 7-5. But did you guys realize Jared Lorenzen never went to a bowl? Which I thought, man, that's awful. LSU Gatorade game. Yeah, Jared Lorenzen always said he regretted dumping it. How do you put everybody back and still let a guy get behind you? I've never seen that happen. That was Kentucky football in a nutshell. The Gatorade, dumping the Gatorade on him, that will live in infamy. And then you put everybody back and the guy still gets behind you. How does that happen? Oh, man. That's like the Leitner pass. You can't let the guy just, stand back there and, they should have blitzed him. That's what they should have did. Don't give him time to set up, Man, I'm got the little hiccups tonight. But yes, Guy Morris. I like Guy Morris. He was a good man. He was a good NFL player. Yeah, that was wild. That was bad. But look, we weren't winning any games. Sonny Dykes or Summerall. Summerall, he's just not good enough. I mean, he hasn't done anything. Ole Miss just blew them right off the damn field, guys. And if you saw that, Summerall hadn't beat anybody. He's 0-4 against the SEC. I don't think he's beaten a ranked team unless Navy was ranked. Summerall hadn't done anything. He's at Tulane. I don't give a damn how many games he wins. He got the shit kicked out of him by Ole Miss. They let him score at the end, or he wouldn't even have scored a touchdown. It was 42-3, and they had the cheerleaders in there. He's lucky he scored a touchdown. They got blown off the field. Again, the Stoops will be back again. Yeah. Well, if they don't buy him out, bring Neil Brown back. I like Neil Brown, but I don't think he wouldn't win here. Ole Miss quarterback is legit. Yeah, he is the second guy. Yeah, I don't know if when Austin Simmons comes back, if they're even going who they're going to play. That'd be good after the bye this week because they're on a bye. But yeah, we'll see. Stoops has to be bought out, guys. Nah, Neil Brown was here once. I don't know if he would. I don't know if he would take it. He's at Texas. He's some sort of a assistant. I don't know. He's not the offensive coordinator at Texas, so I don't know what his job title is. I don't know if he'd want to come back. To be honest with you, unless we offered him a lot of money, he would have torched us too. But yeah, look, I'm just not excited about John Summerall, guys. I'm sorry. I might be the only guy. He's a Kentucky boy, but he sure as the hell hasn't beat anybody. So I mean, if he's cheap, Sam Pittman, no, we can't take him, Donkey Fish. Come on, damn, don't hire somebody that just got fired. I mean, not him. I mean, wait to see who gets fired. There's going to be a lot of good coaches that get fired. Okay, James Franklin might get fired. I mean, you never know. Texas's coach might get fired. You never know. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of coaches fired, and let's just see who gets fired. But yeah, we're going to have to buy them out. So I wanted to jump on here tonight just to see what everybody's doing. Did everybody see the Vanderbilt game? Yeah, that was not a good performance by Diego Pavia. Shouldn't have talked all that shit. Now you got to play Tennessee. You might beat Texas. Did everybody see Texas? They are awful. Arch Manning cannot see the field. He looks at one receiver, but man, when he looks, he cannot survey the field at all. I mean, Boley's better than he is. I think. So we'll see. He threw 2 picks again. And yeah, Florida just, man. I mean, yeah, Mississippi State scored 9 points, but yeah, Texas A&M's beating the shit out of them. Excuse me. What's the score right now? Let's look at some scores. Is it over? 31-9. Mississippi State got killed. Florida State's coming back a little bit, 28-11. Ohio State's beating Minnesota like they're, I don't know what. Vandy had a chance to tie late. Yep. And then after that, it got away from them. This is what happens in this league, in the SEC. Games will get away from you. Mississippi State tonight, it was 7-3, or it was a good game. Got away from them. I mean, games get away from people here. I know people think Kentucky's the only, like, we got writers and shit that act like other teams don't lose and other teams, games don't get away from them. Games get away from them. Just sitting here looking at games. Games get away from you. It starts snowballing. But yeah, I don't know. I think Vanderbilt plays. I don't even know who Vanderbilt plays next. I know they play Tennessee. I think they play Tennessee. They ain't going to beat Tennessee. That ain't going to happen. Tennessee's and Georgia are about sneaky. I mean, they're good, and Alabama's good. So I don't know if anybody can win the national championship in the SEC. Do you guys think anybody can win the? I don't know if anybody can beat Ohio State. To be honest with you, they look good again. But yeah, no, I just wanted to jump on here tonight, and I know a lot of people were. I listened to the KSR call-in show, and it was really good. Matt Jones did a good job, and it is what it is. They're going to pay him his money, and if they pay him his money, he'll leave. And if they don't, nobody's going to walk away from $30 million. So, but no, Louisville got beat in overtime. So, yeah. I guess Indiana was on a bye. So we'll see how good some people are. But Alabama looks like they're coming on. And Texas plays Oklahoma next week. Texas plays Oklahoma before they play us. Well, good luck, because you're probably going to lose that one. So Texas is just – what's up, Tony? I thought Vandy had it for a while. Yeah, I did too. But, man, as I was saying, Tony, games start getting away from you, man. When they get away from you, they get away from you. Mississippi State was closed for a while tonight with Texas A&M. It got away from them. Vanderbilt, it got away from them. Texas, it got away from them. Us, it got away from us. A lot of people get their ass kicked in this league, in the Big Ten and the SEC. It happens. Penn State losing to UCLA. I mean, come on, man. I don't even know what that was all about. Cincinnati beat Iowa State. I mean, wow. Oklahoma played Kent State. So, look, guys, going to 9 SEC games is going to hurt us. It's going to hurt half of the 8 of the 16 SEC teams because they're all going to lose an extra game. So everybody wanted to go to 9 SEC games because of the money, but it's going to hurt your record. So, we're going to have to play Louisville at 9 SEC games. So we only get 2 cupcakes, whereas before we get 3 or 4 cupcakes and we could get to a bowl, but that ain't going to happen anymore. So they had it right on the money, 35-14. Yeah, I won money because I bet it was 21 and a half on Monday morning. I saw the spread was 21 and a half, and I thought, I bet a little money on that. So I won. But yeah, Vegas, they don't get too many things. A lot of time they're right. And I don't know how they do it in basketball, but they do. But yeah, Tony, you're right. But yeah, Vandy's in. Who does Vandy play next, Tony? I think they play Tennessee, don't they? So they're in trouble. Yeah, they're not going to win that game. They ran their mouth about Tennessee. They shouldn't have did that. If he would have just shut his damn mouth, they could have did better. But he wanted to run his mouth. I get it. I don't even know who they play next. So if anybody knows, man, built. Okay, who do they play next? They already got five wins, but who do you play next? They play LSU. Oh, LSU. Is that right? Is that right? Oh my God. Yeah, they play LSU. Well, good luck with that. Yes, that's who they. No. Oh, they got a bye next week. Okay, I think so. Yes, Vanderbilt has a bye. Then they play Listen to Vanderbilt's schedule: LSU, Missouri, Tennessee, Texas, Auburn, and us. We're the only easy game they got left. Oh man, they got oof. They'll probably win 6 games. They could get Auburn, but yeah, they got a tough schedule ahead. I play Arkansas. Oh, is that who you guys play? Bring the punter. Yeah. Okay. Now that you say that, Asteroid, I went back and watched it, and it was like, it was blatant. That and the catch that was overturned. What do you got to do to catch a ball? That was a catch. If Jagger Burton would have snapped the ball when Cutter Bowley told him to, they wouldn't have been able to review that. But Jagger Burton wasn't paying attention, and he got yelled at by. I was glad Cutter Bowley got in his ass about that. 4 bad. Oh, there were a couple bad calls. We didn't need that. Even with those calls, we wouldn't have won the game, but we could have made it a little more entertaining. Made it a little closer. Yeah, the field goal was from the 15-yard line, closer than an extra point, right in the center of the field, and he still missed it. How do you miss that? He's been hitting field goals all year long. He's been hitting long field goals, but he can't make a chip shot. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, it is typical. Missing a field goal, man. How you miss that? But Tennessee's kicker missed field. Everybody's field goal kicker, but not a 15-yard. Not from the 15-yard line. Come on, man. That's an extra point. So yeah, that surprised me, and it wouldn't have mattered, but it would have been a little closer. But yeah, look, guys, I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to take a week off. Georgia didn't just blow them out. No. We played as well as we could play. They had a good game plan. I thought running the quarterback twice, was a smart idea. Running the quarterback who didn't run, Gunnar Stockton usually that was his first running touchdown, and he got 2. So yeah, they had a good game plan for us, and that confused us. Yeah. Oh yeah. For basketball or bust with the roster. I don't know. It's Final Four a bust for us. I worry about Mark Pope. What if he doesn't get to the Final Four? We're realizing, and we're not even in the top 5 in any of the polls. There's 3 polls that have come out, not the AP, but like ESPN, 247 Sports, and Yahoo, and we are 10th, 8th, and 6th. So we're not even in the top 5. Florida is, and every one of them, I think, yeah. So Florida's going to get one more year at basketball, and then they've told him pretty much we're going to go up with football. So he's not going to get the players anymore. UConn, St. John's, all these Big East teams are in the top 10. So Michigan, Louisville's in the top 10. Louisville's good. Louisville's ranked ahead of us in every poll. Excuse me. Horrible. Yes, they did. They looked real bad. Arch Manning cannot see the field, Tony. Yes, it's still football season. I agree, brother. But yeah, Texas, man, Arch Manning can't see the field. I don't know what to say. Florida had the last ranked offense statistically in the SEC, and they put an ass whipping on them. Florida has a good defense now, and they showed it. So, but yes, Texas looks horrible. Yes. I mean, look, I like the way Cutter Bowley played. What do you say when Gadget says, when do the video there come out? Monday. I was going to put it out tomorrow, but I'll wait till Monday and put it out. I'll show it. Will go. If you live through that, Gadget, it's not going to be anything but a history lesson. I just take you through the numbers of why it didn't work and why we got blown off the field, because we kept giving really good teams the ball back. You score fast, but then you give them the ball back, and then you give them the ball back. Well, you just get your ass kicked. You can't run the ball out of the shotgun, and then you keep giving the ball back, and then you get blown out 56-35. So yeah, it's pretty basic on the numbers that I'll give you. But I got that video coming out probably Monday. I'll put it out Monday because something for us to watch. Bush is doing a good job. Yes, I do think he's doing a good job. I think Cutter Bowley said he enjoyed that he loved the game plan today. I thought it was a good game plan. Once again, he's not gonna, Jagger Burton, people, Yes, I think he's doing a good job for the short answer. But you wouldn't think so if you listen to people, if you know football a little bit. Like the stat we were talking about, that they hadn't thrown a touchdown to a wide receiver. Well, that was misleading. We have tight ends that line up as receivers in the slot, and even line up on the boundary. So we have thrown it to a wide receiver position. It was just a tight end that was in that position. Caddis was lined up in the slot one time. So yeah, that was kind of a misleading stat if you don't know offense. And I don't know a lot. So think Bush. Yeah. Do you think Brad White? Yes. Yeah. The defense is playing hard. They didn't tackle well today. But look, man, they the one guy made a one-handed catch, and they did a misdirection play. Man, when you're playing Georgia and Alabama, you can't make any mistakes. You just can't make any mistakes. Ask Vanderbilt when they played Alabama today. You can't miss tackles, and we missed too many tackles. I wish we had Waller back. So I think they play hard. I think they got pressure on him. They didn't just run up and down the field, but the drives that they scored on 3 really long drives. So, yeah, Brad White can't. I was listening to Matt Jones, and he said if Mark Stoops goes, Brad White goes. So there you go. So if we lose Mark Stoops, we're not going to give it to Brad White. So I guess I agree with that. But yes, I think the defense playing the 3-4. We switched to a 3-4 alignment, and they play better. I mean, look, we hung with Ole Miss. If it wasn't for some of the mistakes here, we could have hung with them a little bit, missing a field goal. Then you get a couple bad calls, and so if it snowballs on you, it snowballs on you. And like I said, I can sit here and give you examples. Mississippi State got snowballed tonight. Vanderbilt got snowballed on them. Excuse me. We got snowballed, and so yeah, a lot of snowball got to happen. So yeah, when a game gets away from you, man, it gets away from you sometimes. But yes, I think Brad White is. I think I think if we had better players and we spent more money, we'd be better. That's what I think. So we just had to rebuild our lines. We had to rebuild the defensive line and the offensive line. Excuse me. And that's what hurt us. I'm just going to hiccup the whole chat, guys. Sorry. I don't know what's into me here. I've been drinking alcohol, that's for sure. But no, we got 17 people here, guys. We're just talking about basketballs this week. How's everybody feel about basketball? I mean, you should be excited. We're going to be good in basketball. Okay, this kid that's coming here for Midnight Madness, the kid who's coming here, the 5-star Caleb Holt that we're probably going to sign. He's the number 4 player for next year, and he's a shooting guard. And we're probably going to sign him, and he's probably going to cost us, I don't know, $750,000 to $1 million, but we're going to pay him. So, yeah, we're going to be good at basketball. So, at least we'll have one sport we can brag in. But no, look, I get it. Just be honest about it. Just, I think our fans are smart enough to figure out that we're gonna spend money on basketball. I get it. I think they're smart enough to figure out we're going to spend as much as anybody. Good talent. Don't think we can get good talent. In football, Donkey Fish, I don't think we can get enough good talent. I think we can get a good starting 11. I don't know if we can't get backups. Yeah, we had top 10 portal players. We did. But they were offensive linemen and defensive linemen and, and Seth McGowan. So, yeah, they were running backs. They were linemen. They were not wide receivers. They were running backs because in this offense we're trying to play the one-back set. That's the star of the show, the halfback. We need to win. Yeah, I mean, that's the key to any sport. But, yes, football. It's just we'll see. We got a week off. Let's see. I like Cutter Boley. If we could get him relaxed like that. I liked what he did after the game. I don't know if you guys go back and watch this video. He is interviewed after the game. He tells you about how much he liked the game plan, how relaxed he was. He looked relaxed after the game. Play that Cam kid, who's the third string wide receiver. Play him, whoever that freshman was that I can't remember his name. Play that dude because he caught 3 passes. So, and Harley Gilmore needs to just stay off the. I wish they would just sit his ass down, But I don't get it, guys. Why we're not playing JJ Hester, I have no idea. We paid him money. I guess we paid him money to sit on the bench. I don't know. I haven't heard his name even called. I didn't even see him out there. Maybe he's hurt. I don't know. I mean, you put freshmen in before you put him in, so. But yeah, we need to win. But anyway, yes. Look, I just want to get on there for a few minutes tonight, guys. See what what's everybody think? We'll see. We'll buy him out at the end of the year. Worst case scenario, we buy him out at the end of the year. We'll have to buy him out. So we owe him money, and he will get paid his money. I wouldn't leave. I see 17 people in here. Would anybody just leave and not take the 30-something million? No, you wouldn't do that. You're going to get your money, and then you're going to leave. So this is not Mark Stoops' fault. This is Mitch Barnhart's fault. That's what I said on KSR. So Matt Jones said that. If he beats UT, UL, I would keep him. Dad, if he beats UT and UL, yeah. I don't think he could beat UL, but I don't know if he could beat UT. Look, if he wins 6, we had the 5th hardest schedule 2 years in a row, guys. We just got screwed because the SEC commissioner didn't change our schedule up. Look at Missouri's schedule and tell me how many games you think we could win at their schedule. I mean, we could probably play better and win a few more. Law got a touchdown. Yes, Curtis, he did. But like I think you heard me say, Curtis, that stat is not. It's misleading because we have tight ends that line up as receivers. So actually, some receivers, tight ends who lined up in the slot have caught a touchdown. But yeah, that's kind of a misleading stat. We've thrown 3 touchdowns to tight ends. So, but yeah, I'm glad Law got one. He would have got one last game if Harley Gilmore wouldn't have held, he would have got one last game. The rest made some bad calls. Yeah, Curtis, we said that. The rest, I mean, really, guys. We're not going to lose to Tennessee Tech, bro. Don K. Fish. They're barely Division One. Yeah, don't worry. We're not losing to. Yeah, we're not losing to. Don't worry about that. All we got to do is run the ball. Our offensive line. You should see their defensive line. 250. Yeah, no, we're not going to lose to Tennessee Tech. Don't worry about that one. But yeah, 3-9. Sure, if you play bad. But look, right now, nobody scares me other than Tennessee. Texas is not great. Florida's not great. Louisville's not great. Vandy's not great. I mean, these are all winnable games, but we have to improve and play better. So, yes, we can beat Texas. Yeah, they looked awful. I mean, man, they look bad. Man, Arch Manning looks like I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but they play Oklahoma next week. And if they lose again, yeah, when they come here, they're going to be spiraling. The plane's going to start going down here. Well, no, we can't win them all, bro. I don't know about that. I'd be something, but if we ran the table. But no, I don't think we can get Tennessee. Tennessee's too good. Josh Heupel's too good of a coach. He's kind of like, Georgia's coach. He's just solid coach. He's one of the best coaches in the SEC. So we're not going to beat Tennessee. I wish we would. I mean, their defense is not great. They're ranked 78th. People were talking about ours ranked 100th. Theirs is ranked 78th. So, it could happen. So, yeah, they might get Stoops another raise. Well, I don't know if he gets a raise, but he gets another. What did Matt Jones say? If he wins a bowl game, he gets another year added to his contract. Every time he wins a bowl game, he would get another year added to his contract. Matt Jones was talking about that on the call-in show this afternoon after the game. So, excuse me, I didn't understand it, but secondary needs to start tackling. Yes, they do. Yes, our linebackers didn't tackle either. I thought our front, our pass rush is good, guys. We can get to the quarterback. We can stop the run, but yeah, we got to tackle in the secondary. That's true. Yes. Two good coaches. Well, Mark Stoops losing to everybody right now. Doesn't matter. Good or bad coaches. He didn't lose to Toledo, but yeah, look, we need to win an SEC game, and Texas will be the prime. I'm not scared of them, and their coach. Look, you think people are mad at us? Go on some Texas right now. Go watch some Texas channels and just sneak in there and don't say anything and see how bad it is right now. I mean, they were talking about going to national championship. They're not even going to go to the playoffs. They're talking about firing this guy if they don't make the playoffs. And are you out of your mind? I mean, just because the guy has one bad year, you're going to fire him? Maybe we could get him. We'd have to give him a lot of money. I don't think we're going to get him. But, we shall see. Isn't Mark Stoops on anyone's radar? Well, it would just depend if he wanted to coach. I don't know if he wants to coach anymore. Yeah, if he wanted to go to Iowa or, an ACC school, North Carolina, you take him. He can win. He's a solid coach if you give him. If he's in a league where you're not playing Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, well, then yeah, he could probably win some games. You get in this league, we added a 9th game. It's not going to be that easy. I'm sure there would be schools that want him. Sure. Is a good coach. Yeah, he's a good coach. He's just he's in a rut right now. Look, I feel sorry for him in a way because it bothers him. Matt Jones talked about. He knows Mark Stoops. it bothers him. He's not like Cal. Cal didn't give a shit what we thought. Mark Stoops cares what we think. I know he said he didn't to Tom Leach, but he cares. Yeah, he cares what we think. It's probably eating at him a little bit. He should go to Iowa. Well, the first thing he has to do is get bought out, and Iowa would have to fire their coach. And right now, they're not going to fire their coach. So he can go anywhere he wants, or he can just stay in Kentucky and chill. Yeah, look, he's the winningest coach in our – look, guys, we're not going to win 10 games again. I hate to be this one to break it to you 18 people in here. just between the 18 of us, we're not going to win 10 games again. Not with 9 SEC games in Louisville. It ain't happening because we're gonna spend our money on basketball, and I understand. I get it. As a fan, look, as I told you, I'm an older guy. I've been through this all my life. Okay, Matt Jones was right about 10 wins, and what Mark Stoops did. That's about as good as you're going to get. Nobody's going to come in here and take us to the playoffs and us, be in the top 5. That ain't going to happen. What's up, Derek the Disciple? Yes, I think so, Derek. Stoops steps down at the end of the year. It would only be $5 million. Well, he wanted all of his money, Gadget. He wanted all of his money, and they said, "No, we're not giving you all your money." No, he still gets his money. He gets his $30 million, no matter It's not up for negotiation on a coach. Well, there's another thing, Fish. How good of a coach do you want when he leaves? You're going to have to spend millions of dollars on him. Like those boys on the SEC podcast, Uncle Shane or whoever, Cousin Shane said, why didn't you just give Mark Stoops $30 million worth of players instead of trying to buy him out and try and keep him? But we didn't do that. So, no, Derek, I agree with you, Derek. Cal just said he works for the fans. Okay, Cal can say whatever he wants. No, it does not matter if we get Nick Saban. A few years? Oh, okay. Cutter can get to UK to the championship. No, Cutter can't get, because for us to get to the championship, we need receivers. We're losing most of our offensive linemen this year. Look, you got to have 85 players, guys, for football. You only need 13 for basketball. You're going up against the Big East in basketball, who doesn't even have football except for Connecticut, and they don't even care. So they don't care. They're going to spend all their money on those 13 basketball players. And if we don't spend all of our money on basketball, we'll never be able to keep up with Creighton, UConn, St. John's, all those other Big East schools, Georgetown. We won't be able to keep up with them. So that's the problem. Gets Hartline or Stein. Well, I mean, we'll see. Donkey Fish. Saban would rebuild us to a powerhouse. He did if we spent the money on football, Christopher, and we didn't spend the money on basketball. He would. WKRP, give me some day. WKRP, give me some. I can't spend 30 mil on the players because they still have to pay Mark. Well, what they said was Mark would win more games if you gave him $30 million worth of players. It make the team better. That's what they meant. Instead of spending the $30 million on buying them out, just give him. They should have just said, "Hey, man, we're going to give you better, more players." But they didn't do that. So I think that's what they meant. What's up, Eddie? Nice to meet you. To get a new coach, still demand a significant rev share. Yeah, sure. Yep. In basketball, I agree, Eddie, that look, guys, we made our choice. Mitch Barnhart and all the donors, we chose basketball. This is what you get. This is what it's going to be, guys. Just get used to it. I mean, we might have a good year every once in a while, but it ain't going to be any more, 9, 10 wins, get to the playoffs. I mean, we might do it every once a decade, but it ain't going to happen. No, I like the way you think, Eddie. We'd have to allocate $36 million for stadium renovations. Yeah, they're not going to do that. They ever choose football one year? Curtis, no, we will never choose football over basketball. No, we will not from this point on, because NIL has ruined it. NIL has made you choose. Florida, they've already told Florida's basketball coach, "Hey, man, dude, after this year, we're giving money to basketball." They're going to have to buy a new coach. Well, he won a game tonight, but yeah, they're not going to keep Billy Napier. And so they've already told Todd Golden, "Hey, man," just like they told Rick Barnes at Tennessee, "Hey, man, and Alabama, Nate Oates, we're spending money on football. Sorry." So Kentucky can be dominant in basketball. Yes. The only problem is, Eddie, is I wish that the president of the university and the athletic director would just tell everyone, "Listen, we're going to be a basketball school." They don't want to tell you, like we can't figure it out. They still want people to come and watch football. So they want football to be entertaining enough that you'll buy a ticket and still come, but they really want basketball to be the cash cow. But they need football. You cannot make money without football. And that's the dilemma that we're in. We have chose basketball. And like I said, I put up a poll. 90 people voted. And I put, Do you want the football team to two choices: compete for the playoffs and the national championship, or just try to win 6 games, 7, and be mediocre and go to a bowl? 80% of the people that voted wanted us to go for the national championship and make the playoffs in football. Well, in order to do that, like Eddie is saying, you'd have to just cut basketball, and we're not going to do that. So, um, yeah, 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 exactly. On paper, we're worse than Louisville overall. Well, don't worry about paper, dude. When we play them, we'll see what happens. A choice. Yeah, yeah, right, Eddie. Look, I understand why we chose basketball. I don't like it, but I get it. Okay, we're one of the best basketball programs ever. We're the top 3 or 4 basketball programs ever. Of course, we're going to choose basketball. Why would we choose football when we're already good at basketball? So yeah, I get it, but it's bad for the football fans and the people that want to watch football. Uh, it's just going to be bad. You can bring what coach is going to come in here? Go back and watch my Bear Bryant video. Everybody that's in here right now, I have a Bear Bryant video in my archives. In 1953, Bear Bryant figured out when Adolph Rupp was the basketball coach that, you know what? Basketball is always going to be the #1 sport here. So I'm leaving. It's Bear Bryant and Adolph Rupp all over again, guys. History repeats itself. That's all history's doing. It's repeating itself. We're telling you it's going to be basketball. So any football coach that comes in here, go get a young guy from a lower program like Indiana did, a young, energetic guy who's looking for a stepping stone, and maybe we can have a winning season every once in a while. But don't think we're going to play 9 SEC games and light up against Texas A&M tonight, just beat the shit out of Mississippi State. And I watched them. We're not going to light up against Oklahoma, Texas every year, and it's not going to happen, guys. We'd have to commit to football. You can't be half in football. You can't be half-ass. Okay, we're going to buy a few good players like this year. Okay, we're going to buy some linemen. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. I mean, I feel sorry for Mark. I don't feel sorry for Mark Stoops as far as the money, but I feel sorry for his, he's hurting inside. You can tell. I knew he was set up to lose. If you watch my channel, and I'm a newer channel, I only been a channel for like 7 or 8 months. I knew they set his ass up to fail. And I've been telling you the whole time it's going to happen. Asteroids, football revenue 46 million, basketball 30. See, okay, if that is true, and I think it is, Asteroid, we have the most expensive basketball roster in the country. We outspent everybody in the Big East, and that was the rumor from the Field of 68 podcast, and they're pretty accurate. So yeah, we're spending way too much. 13 scholarships in basketball. We just spent damn near what we spent in football, and there's 85 scholarships. So you tell me how we're supposed to win in football. We're not gonna. We all 19 of you in here. We all just figured that out, didn't we? Eddie, ways to bring in some NIL money, dude. Once again, Eddie, the price of basketball players is going to keep going up, and the price of football players. I mean, they're going to make they're going to make as much as professional, and plus they can leave anytime they want. If I'm not happy as a basketball player, I can leave after 1 year. It's harder than the NFL. At least in the NFL and NBA, you sign somebody for 4 or 5 years. In college, I can leave anytime I want after 1 year. I just go in your office and go, hey man, are you going to play me? You're not going to play me? You're not starting me? Okay, I'm leaving. So yeah, you gotta pick a lane. I like that, Eddie. Eddie, please join this channel because you are very smart. Otis, Caleb Holt. Yeah, we just talked about him, Otis. You know how much he's gonna ask for? Yeah, he just signed with Nike, which means he's not going to Louisville. He means he's coming to Kentucky. You know how much he's gonna cost us, Otis? Probably about $1 million for one damn player. $1 million for that kid. That's one player. So yeah, you can't buy basketball and football. You're gonna have to pick one. Oh, Dakota, how you doing? I don't think I met you, Dakota. Do you think you hired if Stoops leaves? I don't know, Dakota. There's a lot of people that's going to get fired. Okay, we need to wait and see. And it doesn't matter, Dakota, because we're sitting here saying we're never going to spend the money on football that Georgia does. We're going to spend it on basketball. We're never going to spend the money on football that Tennessee does. We're going to spend it on basketball. We're never going to spend it. Just go down the line. Oklahoma, Missouri says they're committed to football. They don't care about basketball. South Carolina doesn't care about basketball. So yeah, until we commit as much as the teams you're going against, it'd be like in the NFL, guys. Or you see it in baseball. We're the Kansas City Royals. We're trying to buy a Walmart team. Walmart, it won't work. Dakota, do you think we'll hire? I don't know, Dakota. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Before Pope retires, well, look, Curtis, Pope just needs to get the first one. But no, Dakota, I don't know who we would hire, and I don't think it would matter if we don't spend the money. You can bring in Nick Saban if you want. If I got better players than you, if I got bigger, stronger, faster players than you, and I have two deep at every position, and my backups are better than your starters, then your backups, are as good as your starters, I'm probably going to beat you. Revenue, 45 million, water in the bucket. Yeah, correct. Yep. Yeah, Eddie, you are so right. We are never going to be able to outspend Texas, Ohio State. There's no damn way. There's no way. That's why we have picked basketball. And we're all going to figure this out. They're never going to tell you this. So don't listen to KS. I mean, I like KSR, but the football writers don't know shit about football. A lot of them don't. I like Matt Jones. Listen to Matt Jones because that guy knows what he's talking about. More than 1 year scholarships. Yeah. Yeah. Otis, rumors inside Hamden might be fired tomorrow. He's not going to be fired, dude. He's not going to be fired. Hell, Cutter Bowley talked about how much he loves Bush Hamden after the game and how good of a game plan he got. It's not Bush Hamden's fault. You might as well fire Brad White. Why are you blaming Bush Hamden? Brad White's defense didn't do anything. I mean, everybody's blaming Bush Hamden. That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard of. I mean, Vanderbilt only scored 14 points out of Alabama. Are they going to fire their offensive coordinator? Mississippi State only scored 9 points. Are they going to fire their offensive coordinator? No. You'd have to fire everybody. You can't just fire one person. It's not going to work. Everybody's got to go. Brad White's got to go. And yeah, it's not just the offense. Okay, we can't tackle. I don't know if you noticed that. We want a new coach and staff if we don't win. Well, look, you're going to get that. It's just going to be a bargain basement. Go get somebody out of like Indiana did, and Indiana ended up paying him a lot of money. They gave him a contract extension. Is great. Eddie says great place in rev share is giving 75% to football. Correct. Yeah. 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 I mean, look. We're going to spend our money on basketball. We have money. We are paying Soups $10 million. Well, yeah, we don't have the money because we're paying him $10 million. But yeah, if we get a new coach, we're just going to have to look, guys, we're just going to have to go get somebody that's not that expensive. Logan, what's up, brother? I'm ready for basketball. Yeah, Logan, we're talking about that. We got a $1 million kid we're going to probably sign Saturday he's probably going to sign with us. This, what did we say his name was? Caleb Holt is visiting Midnight Madness, and he's a 5-star. He's the 4th best player in the nation, and he's probably $1 million player, and he signed with Nike, which means he's probably about to sign with us. So we're about to buy another $1 million basketball player. So guess what happens to football? They don't get that money. Yeah, we're not good at football, Logan. Heartline would take $5 million. Well, then we need to just take anybody. At this point, guys, I don't know what you do. He's way better than Stoops. Well, I don't know about that. Stoops was good when he had the resources. When Cal was going down and he was going up, he was good for a while. But yeah, no. Since NIL, guys, NIL changed everything. Texas is going to look. Go on to Texas channel right now. You guys go on over to a Texas podcast. I did. They're talking about firing him after one bat because we didn't make the playoffs. We need to fire him. I'm like, are you out of your mind? Just because you didn't go to playoffs 1 year? That's the world we live in, guys. No, Logan, you're right. We're not getting football. Eddie Holt is signed to Adidas. Oh, is he? They said, Matt Jones said he signed to Nike. And that means he wasn't going to Louisville. Did I misunderstand? Maybe Matt Jones said something wrong. Supposedly Holt is the kid that's coming to Midnight Madness, and they said he's a lock. Now, that's what Matt Jones said. I don't know if that's true, or someone on KSR. I don't know if that's true. Asteroid. Look at the NBA regular season. Yeah, it's signed with Nike. Okay, well maybe they got it wrong. Maybe I heard it wrong. Yeah, maybe they got it mixed up. I wrote it down. I wrote down Caleb Holt as soon as they said it. So maybe I misunderstood what they said, or they misunderstood whatever. So we're going to get one of those kids, evidently. So uh, whichever one we get, they're good. They're good players. So yeah, guys, look. Hey, look on the bright side. We're going to be good at basketball. So it's a long winter. I mean, I like it when we're good at basketball. At least we're good at one thing. There's some schools that aren't good at anything. Either one. North Carolina State, well, they made the tournament, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, Tennessee's never been to a Final Four in basketball, guys. Okay, so John Summerall. I had John Summerall is an awful coach. That guy hadn't beaten anybody. Just Ole Miss just beat his ass off the field. But I mean, he's a Kentucky kid. If he'll come cheap, I'll take him. But he sure as hell hadn't beat anybody. I don't know why people keep saying he's a great coach. He's 0-4 versus SEC, and I don't think he's beaten Army. Beat him. He may have beat Navy. He may have beat one ranked team since he's been at Tulane. But no, he got his ass kicked. Eddie Matt might have got it wrong. Yeah, Eddie, he might have. I mean, like I said, I wrote it down. He might have got it wrong. I mean, I'll take John Summerall, Otis, but he hadn't done anything. I mean, he's playing in, I don't even know the damn conference Tulane's in. I watched him. He almost lost to South Alabama. So I don't know. J.J. Hester played good. I didn't even see him on the field. Did he play? He's at Tulane, so he doesn't have the firepower. Yeah, I agree, but he just doesn't. I mean, I didn't expect him to beat Ole Miss, but I didn't expect him to get his fast blown off the field. See, we were supposed to be the Tulane game for Ole Miss, and the Tulane was supposed to be our score, and we were supposed to be Tulane's score. Ole Miss was supposed to blow us off the field 42-10, and Tulane was supposed to stick with them 30-23, but it didn't go down like that because we were better. And John Summerall doesn't impress me. First of all, I don't know if you've ever seen this guy's social media page. He acts like he's a damn teenage girl when he gets on social media. That's what pisses me off. The shit he tweeted out when Vince Merrill left and shit. Yeah, I don't have a use for that guy, but if he's our coach, Kentucky has a good chance to win the championship. Yes, we do. Derek the Disciple, we can make a deep run in basketball. We better. We got the most expensive roster. We better make one. Eddie, Tulane's best player, got poked by the SEC team. Oh, poached. Yep, that's going to happen. Don K. Fish, Tulane would beat Kentucky, man, honestly. Tulane would not beat Kentucky. Dude, come on, Don K. Fish. Now, are you on drugs? Did you watch the Ole Miss game? Their quarterback didn't complete a pass to right before halftime. They were awful. I mean, we could have beat Ole Miss. They didn't have a chance against Ole Miss. The only reason they scored a touchdown, okay, it was 42-3, and they put the damn third string cheerleaders in, and they scored a touchdown at the very end. So no, we would beat Tulane's ass by just running the ball because they couldn't stop our run game. UK beat Tulane. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tulane. Yeah. Look, if John Summerall comes here, he comes here. It doesn't matter to me, guys. I don't care. Eddie wouldn't beat Kentucky, but zero chance. Barnhart, whatever, schedule them. Oh yeah, no. Now we're playing Louisville, and we're playing Louisville and 9 SEC teams. We need 2 of the worst damn teams that you can think of. That's FBS. We need Tennessee Tech. We need some cupcakes with our dinner because there ain't much. There's a lot of meat in the schedule now. So, man, we've been going an hour and a half. There's 20 people in here. I didn't think anybody would come in here tonight. Hey, look, if you haven't subscribed, guys, subscribe. I'm still going to do all the football games. I am going to do basketball games. We will do some lives during the basketball games. We'll do some live chats. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'm a newer channel, but I'm going to do basketball and football. I'll still do football, okay, even though we probably won't see what happened. Eddie, play EKU. I agree. Otis, bowl game people would be happy. I agree. Logan, Kentucky plays Louisville early in basketball. Logan, you were right. Louisville is ranked ahead of us. We play them on November 15th. It's like the 3rd game after a couple exhibition games. So yes, we play at Louisville, and it's a Friday night, right? Let me look at my magical schedule here. I just wrote this down. Louisville, we play them November 11th on a Tuesday. It kicks off Super Tuesday and the college basketball season. So it doesn't say what time we play, but yeah, they're the third game. We play Nichols, Valparaiso, then we play Louisville. Guys, listen to me real quick. You know what? In December, you want to know who we play in December? Listen to this stretch: Gonzaga, North Carolina, then Gonzaga, then Indiana, then St. John's. That's four damn hard games. We play four hard games, and from December 5th to December 20th, we played. That's probably four ranked teams right there. So we're gonna find out what happens. Oh, I'm over basketball. Well, Eddie, come back because I'm gonna do basketball just as much. Yeah, I'm gonna check. I think I probably at the beginning of the year I'm gonna get a new computer and some updated software. I'll probably change the format of the channel and make it Kentucky Sports Nation. I mean, I do football as much as I do basketball. So yeah, please hit the subscribe if you want to come and talk about it. We're going to talk about basketball. If my work schedule, I work 24-hour shifts. I'm a firefighter. If I'm not scheduled to work, we'll do a watch party for all the basketball games that I can. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, guys, please. Kentucky has a brutal schedule. Yes, they do. Logan, what part of Kentucky are you from? I'm from Madisonville. I grew up with Drew Franklin's dad. I actually am in Evansville, Indiana. That's where I'm in enemy territory. Indiana basketball, Indiana football. So yeah, I grew up and I'm from Madisonville many years ago. Yes, I grew up with Drew Franklin's dad. Kentucky assistants were in Vegas watching Stokes. Well, good. You should get Grock's on who the next coach would be. Oh, Grock. Well, yeah, I don't know who it will be. I'm from Northern Kentucky. Yeah, I haven't hung a lot. I haven't hung around a lot in Northern Kentucky, but yeah. So Cincinnati area, you must be a Reds fan and a Bengals fan then. Yeah, I'm over here in Indiana, so it's sort of the Colts and the Titans over here. So, and of course, Indiana and Kentucky basketball was the big deal back in the day. Curtis, Seth is not hurt bad. Stoops said that after the game. He should be fine for the bye week. He should be able to play against Texas. They said it was just whatever it was. It turned out to be minor. So no, Seth McGowan is not hurt. Thank goodness. Yeah, because we need him. As you saw when he went out of the game, yeah, we kind of struggled a little bit. So we need Seth McGowan. But yes, I'm going to do basketball, and I'm going to do basketball videos. I have a basketball, but if you're new to my channel, I have a short section. I have a basketball section on this channel. I've done basketball videos. I started back in March. So I've got a lot of shorts on of different basketball players, different basketball plays. So yeah, I do have. Check out the basketball part of my channel, and in fact, I'm going to do a basketball video this week for Midnight Madness because some of the early polls have come out. Not the AP, but Yahoo came out with a poll, basketball poll, ESPN, and 247 Sports, and we are not in the top 5 in any of those polls. I'll just tell you right now. We're anywhere from 6 to 10. I really don't follow the Reds or Bengals. Oh, okay. Pre-game, yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you came here, Eddie. Otis is from Southern Powell County. Well, okay. I've been through Powell County. You are down there, Otis. That is Southern Kentucky. Yeah. I think Law is playing better. I agree, Curtis. He's playing a lot better. But he was hanging his head at the end of the game, and he looked depressed. I hope that doesn't hold up. But no, guys, join the channel. Turn on the alerts. I may come on at any time. Just make sure when you hit subscribe that you go and make sure you hit the all button. Because if the all button, sometimes it checks it and sometimes it doesn't. You won't get all the notifications. Because I'll be doing lives every week. And I'll be doing the games when I can. I'll be doing basketball games. I will do the blue-white game. So, yes, I am off. That's on ESPN Plus. So you have to have the ESPN app, and you have to pay for it, which I already have. So I will do the blue-white scrimmage watch party right here. Back to work. All right. Well, Don K. Fish, I'm glad you came in. Logan, thanks. Hey, Fish, man. I might come on tomorrow night. I'll probably do one tomorrow night. Hopefully Kentucky doesn't get injured a lot. And on basketball, Logan, yeah, I hope not. Yeah. But you know what, Logan? We got a lot of people. We got 2 point guards, two of everything this year. That's why we spent so much money in basketball. We went after 13 players. So, yeah. Asteroid, UK has a great defense and the deepest team in the nation. Yes, our Achilles heel, according to Phil 68, is shooting. I don't know how Purdue is ranked number one because they got a little bitty white dude who's played. I can't believe the guy's still playing. I'm gonna do a video on him. What the hell is his name? Braden Smith is a good player, but they have this dude named Fletcher Boyer. This white dude, slow as hell, 6'4", 180. He can hit a 3-pointer if you set a screen for him. But yeah, if we don't beat Purdue in this exhibition, I'm gonna be disappointed. And they're number one in every damn poll, and I don't know why. So, but no, guys, I look at our basketball roster, guys. I mean, we are too deep at everything. I mean, I hope Chandler and Noah play. That Cam Williams can shoot threes. When Jaden Quaintance gets healthy, but this dude from Serbia, Jelovic, they're talking about how good he shoots. So yeah, we got some players. I hope so. I hope we beat Purdue. Eddie, Kentucky's going to be good. Yeah, great next year. Well, we spent a lot of money. I'd like to be great this year. JQ be the best. Well, I hope so. Otis, Purdue is overrated. I think so, Derek. Yeah, I mean, no offense. I like Matt Painter, and I'm over here in Indiana. Look, I like Matt Painter. But yeah, dude, you can't tell me no offense, some slow-ass white dudes is going to beat us. I don't see it. By shooting threes, you better hit every damn one of them. Eddie, Purdue's going to be awesome. Well, tell me, Eddie, I don't know. I don't know what they got, dude. I mean, I like the brains. I think the guy, but this lawyer guy, I mean, come on, man. I can't believe he's still in college. He's almost bald. What he's going to do? How old is that dude? I don't even know how old lawyer is, but our Fletcher lawyer, yeah. But he's 6'4", 180. He's a stick, and he can't get his own shot off. But this Braden Smith, they have one really good player, and I like Matt Painter. But they played 3 guards. So they played 3 guards and 2 forwards. Yeah, so they play a 3-guard. A lot of people playing 3 guards. I don't get it, but maybe I'm just don't know their team. So yeah, I mean we'll see. We'll see when we play them. Yeah, guys, our thing is shooting. We need Trent Noah to shoot well and Colin Chandler to shoot well. This Cam Williams we got from Tulane, he can hit. This Jelovic kid can hit threes. So hopefully we can hit. Braden Smith is not slow. No, not Braden Smith. Lawyer. That's who I meant, Ever. No, Braden Smith is really good. He's one of the best players in college basketball. But I'm talking about Lawyer, the 6'4", little white dude who hits threes. Yeah, that guy, Lawyer, I agree. Yeah, you said that, yeah. He's a great fit for their system, correct. As long as you set a screen for him, he can hit threes. But he's not going to run past anybody. No way. Purdue. Now you never know, man. Basketball's a funny sport. Logan, you never know what's your record prediction for Kentucky football. Me, right now, Don K. Fish, dude, I have no idea. I've been sitting here thinking. I said 6-6 at the beginning of the year. I'm going to stick with 6. That's what I'm going to stick with. I think that's the best case scenario. I'm not sold on Auburn. I'm not sold on Texas. I'm not sold on Florida. I'm not sold on Vanderbilt. I'm not sold on Tennessee Tech. I'm not sold on Louisville. The only game I don't think we can win, that we don't have a chance to win, is Tennessee. Other than that, if our quarterback Boley continues to improve, we play a little bit of defense, I don't know, to be honest with you. Logan, Kentucky is way better. I see 3-9. Otis, well, that's what everybody else sees. I hope 6. I do too. Lawyer's a better version of Cameron Mills. I agree, Eddie. That's a good point. He is a better version of Cameron Mills. Yeah, he's a little quicker. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, you're all right. Listen, if you leave him open, he is going to hit. I agree with you. Yes, don't leave his ass open. But yeah, Purdue struggles with athletic teams. Houston, teams that are really athletic, they usually, get the best of them. But hey, don't doubt. I like Matt Painter. I'm a Matt Painter fan. I can't believe people hadn't come after him. Oh, Bryson. Okay, to visit today. Oh, really? Okay. Well, maybe we'll sign him. You think we ever see Zach? No, Curtis. No, Curtis. No, no. The donors and the fans don't want to see him, so he's not going to play. I feel sorry for him, but no, you might as well let Boley develop at this point because they're trying to keep him for next year, no matter who the coach is. So no, you might as well. They pay. I'm sure they paid Boley as much or more than they paid Calzada. So no, we don't see him. Not unless he gets injured. Rick Pitino beats Pope. I mean, St. John's has got just as good a ranked team as we do. So yeah, I think you can beat them. I think we're playing at Madison Square Garden or somewhere. We shall see. Don't doubt Rick Pitino. So I don't know. Cutter can be the quarterback. Yes, Cutter's very good, Otis. Yeah, if he keeps improving, guys, we can win some games. We can get to 6 wins if he keeps improving because he did not hold on to the ball today. He threw the ball. He threw 25 times. He hit 11 different receivers. He hit his check down. So he did what he was supposed to do. He did not hold on to the ball. He did not look like he was a deer in the headlights. He looked like a quarterback. He looked like a quarterback in the post-game interview because I watched it just to see how he would act, and I like what I see. And he was complimenting Bush Hamden. So he liked the game plan, and it was a good game, and he was comfortable with it. So you know what? Let's see what happens. Otis, Eddie, St. John's game is in Atlanta. Oh, okay, I thought it was in Atlanta. Well, maybe we'll win in Atlanta. We got a lot of Cats fans there. But no, that'd be a good game. Watch women's volleyball. I've watched some Kentucky women's volleyball. Is that what you're talking about, Eddie? I've watched them over the years. Derek, yes, Eddie. What happened to Ben break defense? Well, it was a tackle, not get by you defense. Look, man, we're playing Georgia. That's what happened. We were not playing. We were playing Georgia, and you can't miss tackles on a Georgia player. If it says Tennessee or Georgia on their helmet, you better damn well tackle them, or they're going to run over your ass or get past you. If we get to a bowl, Logan, I would be happy. Yes. Derek, I saw them play Georgia in person. We are very good. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, look, we played well in spots. Like I said, it just got away from us. Missing a 30-yard field goal. Come on, man. Otis, the wide receivers' fault. Yeah, I agree. Farrier dropped a couple. Whoever that whoever that third string wide receiver is that caught 2 passes, they need to play that guy. They just need to play the 3 best receivers. Well, they're going to play Law. They need to play the best receivers and set Harley Gilmore's ass down on the bench. Okay, that's what they need to do. Women's volleyball. Yeah, UK volleyball. Since the 2. Oh, now I have not seen them. Might be better. I suggest giving them some support. Well, you know what? I will do that, Eddie. I will do that, Eddie. I will look at their team. Yeah, who's the volleyball coach? Skinner? Is that the volleyball coach's name? Yeah. But we're usually good in volleyball. So that was one sport I was always good at in the military was volleyball. I don't know why. I was just love playing volleyball. Skinner, yeah. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, as long as we keep him, we probably will always be good in volleyball. Somebody was asking me about the baseball coach today, and I was like, I don't know much about baseball. So, but no, look, guys, maybe football will take a week off, and you know what? We'll see what happens. Do you think our players, Don K. Fish, have given up? No, I do not think they've given up, and they said that in the locker room. They're not listening to any fans. They're not listening to any media. They're just playing for one another. So, no, I do not think they've given up. And they wanted to stay in the game. Brad White said that the defensive starters who were banged up, like J.Q. Hardaway, were begging to stay in the game. So that tells me if you want to stay on the field, you want to play. So, no, we have not lost the team, and I'm glad. Because we could – look, we'll take this week off. Like I said, other than Tennessee, if we play, we can get some wins. So we shall see. Baseball team was in Omaha. Yeah, Curtis. Yeah, so I don't know about our baseball coach.
Might as well keep him. They need to play better. Yes, they do, Don K. Fish. But yes, our Mingione. Yes, Mingione's a good baseball coach. Once again, comes down to money. How much money are you going to spend on baseball? How much money are you going to spend on women's volleyball? Everything's about how much money you're going to spend on gymnastics. How much money are you going to spend? Everything now is about who's going to buy. I'm going to come around and get your best volleyball players. I'm going to come around and get your best baseball players. I'm going to come around and get your best golfers, your best tennis player. I'll get you. If you got money, you got money, right? So Cutter asteroid Cutter will attract better players who want to play. Well, yeah, but not if you fire the coach and the everything goes sideways. Maybe he could attract a few, uh, but he's a good quarterback. I believe Stoops. Our team is better than record. Yeah, I mean we played good. We just ran up against Ole Miss, Georgia, and we screwed up South Carolina. That's the team we should have got, guys. But we turned the ball over, and Cutter was, he played really bad, and that happens with a new quarterback. And look, man, that's football. Happens to everybody. Some of our fans, I swear to God, they act like no other team loses, no other team. We haven't scored 20 points. Hey, man, did Vanderbilt score 20 points? Did Mississippi State score 20 points? I could go down the list. Hell, there's a lot of people that haven't scored a lot. Yeah, we haven't played good. We played decent against Ole Miss. We had a chance to really, it's 27-20. We had a chance to tie that game up and we blew it. So yeah, I mean, we played decent today, but Georgia was ready for us, guys. I mean, I did not see Gunnar Stockton running for 2 touchdowns, and we'll get Randy in here this week from that Effing Dogs podcast, and we'll talk to Randy. But I thought Georgia's game plan was very smart. Who expected the quarterback to keep the ball and run it? I would have never expected that. Yeah, we got the fifth hardest schedule 2 years in a row. That was because our commissioner is an idiot and doesn't care. So we choked against Ole Miss. Yeah, that was Cutter. That was Cutter Boley. He's getting better, but somebody was wide open. He didn't throw it. Get someone. Yes, Curtis. I keep saying we're going to get someone in football. We're not supposed to. Matt Ponatoski. He is really good, Otis. You're right. His arm. I can't believe how hard he can throw a football. I mean, you can tell he plays baseball because he can sure as hell throw a football. I'll give him that. If we keep that kid, that's another kid we need to try and keep. Look, we got a lot of problems in football, but we're going to have to wait till the end of the year. Look, before I get off of here, there ain't going to be, I can't believe I stayed here this long. I just thought, I thought there'd be nobody in here. There's a lot of problems in football. It's got to go to the end of the year. We got to get the money. If we end up buying them out, then we have to buy. They're going to fire everybody. They're going to fire Brad White. They're going to fire. We're just going to clean house, and then it's going to be awful because then you bring in a new coach in here. Now players aren't going to want to come here for a couple of years until they see the coach is good, and it's just not going to be. It's not going to go well. So enjoy basketball, okay? I've seen this movie. I'll be 60 years old next year, guy. I've seen this movie all my life. It's the same movie, and it's going to end the same way it always does. Basketball is going to get the money, and football is not. And that's just the way it is, man. I don't like it. You don't like it. Some of you don't like it. I don't like it. You got to pick a sport, especially with NIL. It's going to be hard to be good in two sports. They've already told Alabama and Tennessee, Nate Oates and Rick Barnes, hey, man, sorry, dude. They didn't get all the players they wanted. You know why? Because they put money in football. Same thing with Florida. They pretty much told him, hey, man, we're getting ready to fire the football coach. You better enjoy this year because you're not going to be able to get the money, the players you want. So we'll see what happens. Yes, they need to use wide receivers more. Yes, they do, Logan. But we throw to the tight ends in this offense. Eddie, UK has made a smart hire in football. Has to make a smart hire. Yeah, I don't know who that would be, Eddie. It's going to have to be somebody like Indiana did that's cheap, that's at James Madison. Somebody that's, and then he's not going to stay that long, whoever it is. We used to be called the coach's graveyard. We'll either be a stepping stone or a graveyard. I don't know which. Neither one of them is going to get us where we want to go to 10 wins and to the playoffs. It's just not going to happen, guys. I mean, The checkbook is not there. Eddie, I don't know how you feel. I used football coach is good. Yes. Now they gave him an extension and they gave him a lot of money. They gave him like a 5-year extension, and they gave him a lot of money on his 5 years. So yeah, yes. To leave before Stoops is not leaving. Don K. Fish. Would you leave and leave $30 million laying on the table? No. Forget your legacy. That's $30 million. Stoops is not leaving. No, and I don't blame him. I would not leave either. You're gonna pay me my money before, and then I'll leave. That's the deal. They're gonna pay him. They may have to stretch it out over 15 years, but they're gonna pay him his money. So yes, they signed a contract. So that's the way it is. All right, guys. Well, yeah, he ain't gonna quit. Yeah, he isn't gonna. Why would you quit and walk away from 30? No, give me my money. That's what he said today, and I agree with him. All right, guys. Well, look, we're gonna switch to basketball. Big Blue Madness. I'm not gonna have a live during Big Blue Madness because that's just a glorified scrimmage and everybody dancing around. So I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I'll come back tomorrow night. I'll come on here tomorrow night. I'll set it up late, like for tomorrow night, if you guys want to talk a little bit. And I'll come on. I'm going to do the air raid video will come out on Monday about why we should not run the spread offense. You guys who lived through the air raid, that didn't work for us. I mean, we could do it, but we're not going to sit here. We're not going to win 10 games running that. We might get excited. I like Barnhart. He's one of the best ADs. Well, but he signed. Yes. Thank you. You're right, Eddie. Yes, 2 big mistakes. Oh, is it this Saturday, right? Is it this Saturday? Oh, it's not this Saturday? I thought it was this Saturday. No, is it not this? Well, you may be right. Am I wrong? It's not this Saturday? Am I wrong about that, Otis? Well, anyway. Well, whatever it is, we'll do it. All right, guys. Well, anyway, as much as I love Pope, better not get more than a 5-year deal. I agree with you. It's on the 11th. Yeah, it's this coming Saturday, right? Yeah. Stoops should quit. He is paying his ex-wife. Yeah, Stoops is not quitting. All right, guys. Well, look, I appreciate everybody. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. I'll be on here tomorrow night. Come back in here, same time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. We'll talk tomorrow, all right? Have a good day. Watch some NFL tomorrow and Saturday coming up. Thank you. That's what I thought. All right, guys. Look, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.